Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. So today we're filming a very exciting video. We're going to be doing a review slash first impressions on the new Natasha Denona Mini Star eyeshadow palette. I'm super duper excited. I'm going to be using this for the first time, and I'm going to be creating this look right here. But I also want to do some swatches before we get into the makeup look, and so yeah, we're going to go ahead and start off with the swatches. So if you want to see this video, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, the first color we're going to be swatching is the color Cosmo, which is this really beautiful brownish blue color. So that one is Cosmo. Okay, so the next color is a matte, and this is a peachy color, and it's in the shade Earth. Next up we have the color Bellatrix, which is another shimmer. It's a beautiful rose gold color. Next up we have the darkest color in the palette, which is called Teak, and it's a dark matte brown. And last but not least, we have the color Oran, which is another shimmer, and it's like a yellowy green brown shade. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's super beautiful. And so those are all the swatches to this palette. Alright, now that we got the swatches out of the way, we could go ahead and get into this makeup look using this palette. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, I'm so excited to jump into this makeup look. So this is what the box looks like right here. As you can see, it's super duper small. I'll go ahead and compare it to my Naked palette from Urban Decay. You can see it's really tiny. I actually got this one for cheaper. It was only $20 for me because it was on sale when I got my discount. And this baby right here is $25, but we are gonna see if it's worth it. And so this is what the box looks like right here. Super duper cute. I love the outer packaging. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. It does have the shade names on the back. But I probably will never use that, to be honest, just because I only say the shade names if it's on the actual packaging. If not, I just point to it and show you guys what I'm using. But this is what the palette looks like. It's so tiny and cute. This packaging is actually pretty nice. It kind of has some weight to it, so it's not flimsy or anything, even though it's like really small. And you just open it up like this, and there are your colors. I'm gonna go ahead and show you up close. Okay, so these are your shades. They're super duper pretty. They're supposed to be kind of similar to the Star palette, the big Star palette from Natasha Denona. I don't own that one. The only Natasha Denona palette I do own is the Sunset palette, and it's the bigger one. So this is my first mini palette. Oh, and they actually do have the shade names on the back too. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but they do have the names printed on the back right there. Alright guys, I have no idea what kind of eye look I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of wing it and try to use as much as the colors as I can. I'm actually going to try to use all of it. It's going to be like that challenge, what's it called? Use all the eyeshadows in one palette challenge. So I'm going to try to do that with this, but it is a mini, so it's kind of cheating. So I do already have my eyes primed. I have just some concealer on them, and I set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. That's usually what I like to use as an eye primer, just because eye primers I feel like are just an extra step. So I usually just use my concealer. Okay, so I'm first going to be taking this color right here. It's called Earth, and it's a really good transition shade, so that's exactly what I'm going to be using it for, as a transition shade. As you can see, it does have some powder kick up there, super pigmented. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap off my brush. I think next time I go in, I'm gonna use a lighter hand, just because this is a mini palette, so it has a lot less product, so I don't want to go through it super quickly, because if you dip really hard into it, you're just gonna lose all that product basically. Ooh, that's really pretty, and it's blending really nicely. So this time I didn't tap off my brush, I just kind of dipped into it one time, and as you guys could see, it has really good payoff. So I heard some of her eyeshadow palettes, the minis don't like have the same quality as the big ones, but I mean, so far so good. I honestly don't feel like the big ones are anything spectacular. Like I have the Sunset one, and it's okay, but it's just kind of the same quality as everything else that I have, I feel like. Okay, so that is what that color looks like on its own. It's super pretty. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the deepest color in the palette, which is Teak. I believe that's how you say it. I'm not sure. And I'm going to take that on my MAC 217. And whoa, it has so much powder kick up, so you have to be very careful. But I'm going to use that to go ahead and deepen up my outer corner and also the crease of my eye. Wow, it's just like, these are so pigmented. This is a cool tone brown, so we're gonna see if it has any trouble blending. Usually darker colors like this are a little bit harder to blend. Oh my god, these are blending like butter, guys. I'm not even joking. I always have a lot of trouble blending this part right here in the outer corner because it tends to get patchy on my eyes, and it's not the eyeshadow usually. Usually it's just this eye. Like this eye, I never really have problems blending my outer corner, but I just feel like I have a lot of creases on this eye, so that's why I have a little bit more trouble. But this color is not looking patchy whatsoever. Do you guys see how pretty that looks? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep building this up until I get the intensity that I want. Oh my gosh, guys, I had no problems blending that out whatsoever. So I'm gonna go back in with that transition shade, which was called Earth, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend out these edges. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease so we have some more space to work with. I'll be back. Alright, crease is cut now, and for the lid, what do I want to go in with? Okay, I think I'm gonna take this color on the end. What is it called? Aran, I think. It's so pretty. I'm gonna take that on a flat brush, and I'm gonna pack this on the inner part of the cut crease. That is so pretty. I do have some fallout, but I think it's because it's really powdery, like super pigmented, so that's why it's falling onto my cheeks. It's very unique. It's like a gold green. We're just gonna take that about halfway. Okay, and then I'm just gonna wipe off that same brush, and then I'm gonna go into this blue called Cosmo. So pretty. And I'm gonna use that on the outer part of the lid. Just gonna put it right here. Do you see that? It's kind of like sticking to where it's wet. It looks kind of patchy. Oh, there we go. We just need to apply more. And I'm going to take that all the way up to the crease. This blue is a little bit more hardly pressed compared to like this inner part right here, the yellowy green shade. So that's interesting. I might take that with my finger just because I'm having a hard time like making it not look patchy. But first I'm going to take that green color again, and I'm going to kind of marry the two so there's not a harsh line, so just like blend it over this part right here. And then I'm going to take that blue on my finger, and I'm just going to pack it on, and then we do have some more fallout from the blue color. Oh my gosh, I love this combination. It looks so pretty. It has like multi-dimension reflex. Like if I look in the mirror, it looks brown, but then if I look over here, it looks more blue. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this eye. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and define my cut crease with the dark brown in the palette. And I'm just gonna outline it with this tiny brush. Okay, so I wanna go ahead and deepen up this outer corner. So I'm gonna take the dark brown again, and I'm gonna put this on the very outer part of this green shade, or this bluish green. Looks kind of green on camera, huh? Now I'm going to go back in with that transition shade and just blend this out. Okay, so moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to take that same dark brown and I'm just going to tightline my lower lashes with this. Then taking the color Earth to blend that out. Then I'm just going to touch up that dark brown one more last time. Okay, so we used every single color except for this one, so I'm going to take that on my small brush, and this is called Bellatrix. And I'm going to use that in the inner corner of my eye. And hopefully this will brighten the look up a little bit. It's a really pretty like rose gold color. I don't know if you guys can see that. I did get a little bit of fallout with that color as well. Yes, I like that color. Oh, my voice. I'm so sorry guys that you guys have to hear this. Okay guys, so we did it. We used every single shade in the palette, and that's all I'm gonna do for eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my winged liner and my lashes and everything off camera, and I'll be right back to tell you my final thoughts on the eyeshadow palette. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished my makeup. What do you guys think? I really love the way it turned out. I just paired it with like this mauve-y, dark nude fall-ish lip, and I really love the way it turned out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys my final thoughts on the palette. But first I did want to show you guys this is what it looks like after I'm done with it. Used all the shades, and that's how it's looking like. As you guys could see, it's a tiny bit powdery, and it does have some powder kick up, so there is some fallout, especially with the shimmery shades. But other than that, it's super duper pigmented. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom y'all out. But yeah, it's super pigmented. It worked really well on the eyes. I had no problems blending out any of the colors. The only problem I had with any of the shades was the bluish color, and it was just a little bit patchy when it first went on, but if you build the color up, it's no problem whatsoever. So far I like every single shade in this palette. I'm so glad I picked it up. I feel like it's very unique compared to the palettes that I do have, because I do own a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but I do feel like these colors are very unique, and I really love the color story that it has. This would also be really good to take with you like traveling. I honestly feel like this is kind of sturdy. It has that heavy weight to it, like I said, and it doesn't seem like the shadows are very breakable, so I feel like I could see myself traveling with this palette as well. But yeah, those are my first impressions over this palette. So far I am liking it. If you guys have tried this palette, or if you're wanting to try it, leave it in the comments down below and let me know what you guys think of the palette. But so far so good. If you guys did end up liking this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up so I can know to keep doing these reviews for you guys. I'm trying to get on my review game and really start reviewing a lot of products for you guys, just so you know if it's like worth the money or not. And so yeah, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, BritanyRaquell, go ahead and subscribe before you leave. I do make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's 3 times a week. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!